My loves, I am delighted to introduce you to my Dickensian Christmas card collection. You get 3 different card designs and you get 6 different pop-up designs and lots of bits and pieces and elements to go inside them. Let's have a look. This is the carol singers. Behind the carol singers, we've got this lovely piano that I can't angle on the video quite well for you, and we've got all these extra bits and bobs stuck on as well. Like I say, you get a lot of bits and bobs to play with. I've got lots left over from these 3 that I've made. So that's the carol singers. Let's have a look at, I love this one, of the Christmas dinner. There we go, this lovely Dickensian cartoony family having their Christmas dinner. Really storybook cute. And we've got this Christmas tree here that's acting as a tuck spot for this little tag that is Christmas presents. But you can do all sorts of different things with these pieces. You can let your imagination run wild. We've got this little Christmas pudding tag that slots behind the cooker here on this one, and behind the family that you can't quite see on the video properly, can you? Oh, you can see just down there. You've got this Christmas tree as well, which is another element that's been stuck on. So that's the Dickensian Christmas dinner there, and this one is the the revelers, and they're having a jolly good time there. And I've got a little cat tag that will slide in there quite nicely. So we've got this little sleeping cat that will pull out and be a little tag there. We've got these 2 little tags, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. This one is tucked behind, can you see that? Tucked behind a fireplace there. So that's the revelers. And there is enough in the kit. There's 3 more pop-up elements. There's this lovely collection of little guys here reading a Christmas card. There is this lovely couple standing in front of a fireplace, and there's also this older couple decorating a Christmas tree. So you've got 3 more pop-up elements. You've got 6 pop-up elements in total, 3 cards, so you can make 6 different cards with the different pop-up elements. And like I say, you get a lot of stuff to play with in there. Right, that's that. Let's see how I make it. Right, here we are. I've got all my bits and bobs cut out. This is going to be so much fun. Let's have a look at the pieces. We've got 3 houses in the kit. You've actually got enough to create 6 cards here, so go ahead and print these out twice if you want to. These are reverse printed with the sheets that you also get in the kit. Couldn't decide which ones I wanted to go with, so I've given you 4, and there's 3 shown there. Right, next we've got all these guys. These are your main pop-up pieces. Look at them. They're absolutely fabulous. And there's 6 of these. I'm not reverse printing anything else, just the houses. We've got all of these pieces here, which are our little props. We've got presents. We've got a stove there. We've got a little chest of drawers, wine rack. We've got some big props here that we're going to use on the cards. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be like playing house. And then we've got these smaller props, some little Christmas trees, bookshelf. We've got lots of labels. Some of them are blank. Some of them have got sentiments on them. They're all those there, like that. We've got these little tags, and we're going to be tucking these inside some of the bigger ones. Look, they're lovely too. And then we've got some tiny little bits of swags and extra Christmas decorations. And we've also got a whole pile of frames. Some of them are blank, and some of them are picture frames to decorate the reverse of our cards. Okay, so that's that lot. Let's get going and have some fun. Now, for the sake of the video, I've only printed out these cards once. I may get carried away and I may print them out again and use up the whole lot. I'm going to begin by folding my card in half, and I'm doing that by eye so I get it lined up. The back is a mirror of the front, so everything should line up perfectly. And there we've got our inside stage ready to decorate. Let's make one. I'm going to pick, which one shall I pick to start with? Let's go with the carol singers. I love the carol singers. I'm going to employ my scoring board now. I want to score these tabs at the end here. Just the tabs. I'm not going to go all the way down into their hats. And now I'm going to fold this in half. And I want to fold it plain side to plain side. And you're going to want to be careful here because we're going to be folding down the middle of our lady here. What's the best way to do this? And I've picked this one because it is the most challenging. There we go. Just slowly squish that down and it'll tell you where it needs to fold. There we are, gentle with this one. And this isn't symmetrical, so don't expect these sides to line up. Just very, very careful down her neck there. And that is the most challenging, like I say, that's why I chose that one. And we'll open her up a little like that. There we go. And fold your tabs inwards. And there is our pop-up mechanism for the carol singers. And now we've got the main element of our card. Our carol singers are going to sit in the middle there. We've got lots of room either side and even at the back to decorate. So this is where all of these pieces come in. How much fun are we going to have here? I've got a kitchen stove. Don't want that for this one. I've got a window. That's rather nice, isn't it? These pieces can go, you'll have to look where they'll fit. For instance, let's centralise the carol singers flat like that. So that's this kind of space. Well, that is exactly the space they're going to take up. So for instance, your window is not going to fit on there. Or if it does, you're going to have to stick it on before you stick your carol singers on. These things were designed to sit behind these larger pieces. Like that. So we've got our window there. Oh, we've got a piano. Actually, I think that's what I had in mind for the carol singers. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Right, I'm going to put my piano behind. And to do that, I'm going to fold my piano in half, first of all. Some of these pieces may be symmetrical, but they're not necessarily symmetrical. So just fold them in half to the best of your ability, right side to right side. And that's how that's going to pop in there. Okay, let's stick these pieces in place and then we can fiddle about and decorate the other pieces. So I'm going to grab me glue and I'm going to stick the piano down first. Now you can, if you want, make little pockets out of these. Let's do that. So I'm going to glue all the way around the edges like this. And then it's up to me to choose. Let's find a little piece. What have I got here? A little piece that will fit and that will show up nicely. Oh, I've got some cats. Let's go, always go cat. When in doubt, go cat. Look, that fits rather beautifully. So if I turn this over now, I've glued it up the side. I'm going to see where my cat needs to sit. So let's say he sits. He's going to have to sit this side of the fold. Let's say he sits down here. Like that. I can now see by turning this over where I can glue and where I can't. Don't glue right up to the tab because you need wiggle room. So I'm going to glue like that, allowing 1/4 inch maybe all the way around. And then I'm going to glue the rest of this piece, leaving the little pocket that I've just created. There we are. Let's take that out, turn this over, position it. I'm not going to have it on the floor like that. I'm going to go a little bit higher up. Obviously, I need to allow for the height of my cat as well. Oh, so it looks like I am gluing it on the floor. And then position this right in the centre so your hinges are nicely in line. I'll give that a good old squish. There we go, and there's your piano, the old Joanna. I'm going to earmark, I'll put my little cat to one side because I'll only forget what I was doing. Your little cat that's now got a little tuck spot down here. How cool's that? So you've got a little secret writing space there. Brilliant. Next, I'm going to make my pop-up, and I'm going to do that by gluing the 2 tabs, positioning this dead in the center, lining up the fold with the fold. It's got to be spot on, this. And what you can do here actually is position it as best you can. It's difficult to see where that fold is. It's a bit further over that way. Position that as best you can. Don't use a tape runner for this. You're going to need wiggle room. And then you can open this, and then you can bring this. What am I doing? Do this. Oh, look, I've ripped her neck. Be very careful of that neck. I'll put a bit of tape on the back of that neck. Yeah, so you've lined it up as best you can there. And while you glue, it's still got some wiggle room. Fold this piece over, fold this piece back. Being very careful of her neck on this piece. There we go. So that's in half. And then you can bring this piece down over the top like that. And so that when you close your card, you know that it's going to sit flat because that's how you've glued it. And then when you open this up, there is, mine's a little damaged now. I was a bit gung-ho with that neck. There is your pop-up card. They even wobble their heads when you open it. That's so cool. And you've got the piano behind that you can't really see. You've got to give that a good look, but that's lovely to have those little hidden and semi-hidden elements and added interests. And then we've also got our little cat here, who's a little tuck spot, a little writing space for you in there. That's your card. It's looking great. Now, because we've chosen to glue it the way we've glued it, rather than gluing it flat down like that, and that, honestly, this is the best idea to do it this way because you need your card to lay flat. So this may not open fully flat. It may, but you may have, like I have here. I've got a little bit of discrepancy there, but that's fine. You can still do the rest of the work that you want to do on this, like this, no problem. And the next thing we want to do is decorate the inside of our house. And there's all sorts of bits and pieces for you to play with to do that. And I've chosen for this one, this little joy to the world sentiment here. And glue that down. Kind of there-ish. And I've also got a Christmas tree. And you can play about with these in all sorts of different ways. You could glue part of this Christmas tree down and make it a little tuck spot to tuck your presents behind. All sorts of different things you can do. And I encourage you to play with this kit. I've designed this kit specifically for playing with. This pile of presents I'm going to make into a pocket, actually, just to show you what you can do. So I'm just going to glue around the outside there. I'm going to pop my presents down here. I'm going to take my little kitty cat out of its little tuck spot in the piano, and I'm going to pop it. If I can get it that far down, I'm going to pop it in the presents there. I'm going to take this out because I don't want it to glue in place. But you get the idea. You get the idea, you know where I'm coming from. And then we've got a nice little family portrait here as well. I'll stick that one on. And again, I can make a tuck spot or I can make a pocket out of this. Easy peasy. But I'm just going to glue this one all the way down. Like that. And there is my first card finished. My apologies for ripping her neck. Just go easy on that one. Like I say, I'll pop a little bit of tape, or I'll glue her. That might work better. Let's do that little fix now. A little bit of glue. Did any come out? A little bit of surgery going on there. But these things happen, and we're not going to throw it away because of one little thing. Right, there we go. That is our first card. I'm not going to close it now because obviously she's just come out of surgery. But there's the card. Let's make another. This is one of my favourites. These guys having a toast. So let's do our little bit of scoring there. Going to tackle this one a little differently, I think. In so much as I'm going to put the background on before folding it. So I'm going to allow, shall I make a little tuck spot? What should we do, guys? What should we do? We've got so many choices. I could have a little tag that just sat under the fireplace like that. That's quite nice, isn't it? So turn this over. I can see where I've got to glue, which is everything apart from this space here. Let's see how this works out. So there's my fireplace. Oh, have I folded my card? I haven't folded my card. I want to do that. There's my houses. They line up perfectly. Here's my fireplace. I'm going to eyeball this so it's dead easy to eyeball because we've got a V here and a peak there. I'll put that as high as I can because they did get hidden, these pieces, behind the actual pop-up elements. And then I'm going to try folding this. Let's see how this works out. It's just an experiment, this. Slightly different way of doing it. Yeah, either or, really. I think I prefer folding it first. But that works just fine, as you'd expect it to. My little Happy Holidays tag will then tuck down there when that's dry. I'm not going to leave it there. These tabs fold plain side to plain side, and our little pop-up guys are going to fold so your tags line up. That'll give you a good indicator of getting that right in the middle. And we haven't got a fine neck to deal with here. We are going straight down the middle of somebody's face, but we haven't got that fine bit that we had with the last one. There we go. And I can now stick this down. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did last time. Even though, in theory, you should be able to stick one of these pieces down dead centrally, like that, flat, and it will work. I'm not doing that because if it's not dead on, you won't get this to close beautifully, and that's the important part here. As I showed you earlier, mine was slightly off, and so I had that little bit of discrepancy, and we don't want that discrepancy, do we? No. All right, so I'm lining this up to the best of my ability, just on one side. I'm just gluing down one side, getting his hat lined up with the centre as well as I am able. And then I'm going to bring this piece over. You can bring it over either side, it doesn't matter. Then I'm bringing this piece back, opening out the tab, getting a little bit more glue on there, it's getting a bit dry. Bringing this piece over the top and squish. And there we have our lovely pop-up. Let's see how even that one is. No, I can see that if I were going to fold this, now let me show you here. If I fold this, got a bit of glue on there. If I fold that, if I stick that down like that, which in theory this should work, and I go to close it, I've got a little bit, this one isn't bad actually. This one works fine. Yeah, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. So do it the way that I've shown you, and then you're going to always be sure that your card is sitting flat. There, and we can get on and decorate. So people have got to peer down to have a look at the fireplace. It's hidden, and I like that. Right, let's have a look what we've got here. Okay, this is the obvious piece for this card. A whole, what's it called? A wine rack, a whole rack of wine. What else shall we use? I'm going to have a fiddle about with these pieces. Right, I've chosen my pieces. I'm going to use this frame here. I'll pop that on up there. I've got my wine rack. I could make a tuck spot out of this if I wanted to. Shall we? Let's. What you are going to need to do, I think, my loves, is as you progress through making this, these cards, you're going to want to print yourself extra pages of some of these bits and bobs. It's amazing how much you can go through. You can make your cards and divide this stuff up equally between your 6 cards. But if you want to go a bit mad with it, like I find that I'm doing, you're going to want a few extra bits and bobs. It's nice, isn't it, to have these little tuck spots with these extra things going on. And I've got a blank frame up here, and the blank frames are for you to write your own message in, because it is a greetings card after all. So I'll pop that one on there. And what else? I'm going to stick something else down here, and I'll print out more as I need them. I've got a nice little cupboard. Look at that. That nice little cupboard there is asking to have a cat in it, isn't it? Yes, it is. Where's my cat? I've got a sleepy cat here somewhere. Oh, I love that. This one's gone quite elaborate. I've used quite a few pieces on this one, but that's fine. Just print yourself out some more pieces. There. Oh, gosh, what a beautiful card. What a wow factor to this card now. Get in there, little cat. Glue isn't dry, obviously. I'll take that out in a moment. There we go. So that's that one. Look at that. That's fabulous. Folds nicely because of the way we stuck the pop-up on the inside. Thinking ahead. And there we have it. That is our fabulous, fabulous card. Look at that. How much fun is that? Oh, Christmas card. How nice. Look. And then you open it up and you go, oh my God, she is absolutely bonkers, isn't she? Look at that. Oh, that's come off. Right. Yeah, let's carry on. Okay, for the sake of the video, I think this is the last one I'm going to make. And I'm going to use this one. I love this one. It's got cats on it as well. I love these Dickensian folks having their Christmas dinner. So I'll score down my tabs. Like that. I'll fold this piece in half. Like this. Now you have, and this one, you've got a little gap there. If you've cut that out, you can leave that in if you want to. And so you have got a little bit of a fiddle on this one, so just go nice and easy with that fold. There we go. What are we putting? Are we putting anything behind? You don't have to put things behind every one. They're not designed to. For instance, this fireplace has, I designed this just to go as it is with nothing behind it. And these pieces do get a little bit lost. They're lovely. They add some nice weight to the card, and they are lovely to have a little peekaboo extra going on back there. So that's up to you. This one, I think I actually designed this Christmas tree to go behind the dinner table. Look at this one too, though. These guys are actually reading a Christmas card, which I thought was quite fun. I was tempted to make another little tiny pop-up Christmas card in the Christmas card, but no, I didn't. All right, I did like it when I folded this one in half first. Like I said, this is not designed to be symmetrical, so don't be alarmed if your pieces don't line up. I'll pop that in there. And I think I'll try doing this a slightly different way this time. I'll glue half of it. Yeah, and you can take these pieces in your own directions as well. You want to use these as little journal inserts, a journal topper for Christmas, anything you can think of. Feel free to repurpose these pieces. There's lots of loveliness here. So I'm going to try this time. This makes sense. Glue that one down first. Make sure I'm well and truly butted up against my hinge. Hinge. It's a good word, isn't it? There we go. That's that. That's glued on nicely. gorgeous. And we can glue our tabs now. Go on one side. Should I go on one side first? Yes, let's position this as best I can in the middle. It's really tricky to see. You could put yourself a tiny little pencil mark down the bottom if you wanted to, so you could see exactly where the hinge is, the spine. Is that right? Who knows? Who knows? I think that's about right. Oh, that's pretty good, Emma. That's pretty good. Fold this one over, fold it back on itself. Nice little seam of glue there. Fold this piece down. I love these pop-ups. Don't you love these pop-ups? When you actually get into the swing of it, and it's so simple. I mean, obviously on the design point of view, it's absolute genius. But by the time it gets down to actually print it out and you use this technique, it just makes pop-ups really, really doable when they decide to stick. Here we are. This should do it. Now, is this one lying flat or is this one not lying flat? I don't want to force it because my glue's not quite dry. No, you see, it's not quite lying flat. Can you see the discrepancy there? A little discrepancy. But like I've said all the way through this tutorial video, having it closed is the most important. Having that flat isn't very important because you're going to be putting your Christmas card up like that. So it's fine. Right. Yeah, this is the last one I'm going to be making for the video, so let's go for it. What have we got? Oh, I've got this gorgeous little cooker that I designed to go with the Christmas dinner. So let's get that in. I've also got a Christmas pudding tag here. Let's use that one behind the cooker. There, like that. What else? We're going to need a Christmas tree. We're going to need... Look at that, I've got a Christmas stocking there. That's not going to work there. We've got, so that's that side taken care of. And this side, I'm really going to go for it. And I've still got loads of pieces left, loads of elements left. But I think to make another 3 cards, as well as needing to print out another 3 actual cards, we've already got these pieces here that are taken care of. I've got all 6 of those. I think I am going to want a few more bits and pieces of furniture more than anything. I've got lots of frames and things left. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. I've lost my Christmas pudding now. Come along, there it is. So I'm going to stick me cooker. There's my Christmas pudding. Oh, I haven't got much to play with there, have I? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make my pocket just down here like this. And I won't glue the top of the cooker. I'll leave that as a little tuck spot rather than a pocket. And then I'm going to have room for my Christmas pudding. I could make it like a little pocket, but it might be a bit snug and we don't want, I just don't want it. I'm feeling that. Mutter, 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 mutter. Before I started doing these videos, my creative process was a very solitary affair, and now I have to say it out loud. There we go. I'm happy with that. That's quite nice and easy. That's an easy fit there. And I've also got room for another couple of bits if I want to. Shall I put... I'm going to put a Christmas tree on this side. Because I'm going all out for this one, I'm going to get a pile of presents, even though they were kind of designed to stand alone down there. I might just go all out and use those as a tuck spot behind the Christmas tree, because why wouldn't you? So with this one, how shall I glue this on? I can glue it in several ways. I think I'll just glue the bottom section here, just above the pot, so it's got a nice little bit to glue, so it sits snugly against the page. If you only do the bottom bit down there, it's a bit flappy. So you want enough so it sticks down nicely. You could equally glue down a side like that, and your tuck spot is then here. But I've gone down flat. Play about, and if you're unsure and you don't want to commit, just have a go on little scraps of paper that are roughly the same kind of shape. Do it on another scrap of paper, see how that works for you. And expand your creative skill set. There's my presents. They tuck behind the Christmas tree. Well, I want something to go up here. I've got my little Christmas pudding. Oh, look at this. A Christmas wish. Oh, look at that for that beautiful family having their Christmas dinner. I'm almost crying here now. It's like, whatchamacallit? Oh, come on. Scrooge. It's like Scrooge, you know, with the little lad with the poorly leg. I'm not retelling this very well, am I? Oh dear. There we go. That's it. Am I done? I've got a Christmas wish there. I've got little swags. I could pop a little swag up there, couldn't I? Let's do that. It's a little bit of extra. So, you know, you can see I'm just playing about here. Oh, hello. Yeah, hang on a second. And there we go. That's that one done. So there we are, my loves. I have still got all of these bits and bobs to play with. I've still got these three kind of main elements of the pop-up here. They're lovely. I've got one of the big elements to go behind, and I've got all of these bits and pieces. And of course, if you want to be making another 6 using these 3 other pop-ups, then you're going to need to print out a few more bits and bobs. Let's have a look at these again. Look at that. How cool is that? And we've got the Christmas tree behind, and we've got our little tuck spots and our little bits and bobbities tucked in there. Really, really lovely. And this one, love that one. And we've got these little tags in there. I'm liking these tags, just tucked in an angle there like that. There we go. Have lots and lots of fun playing house with these Christmas card designs, and I will see you next time.